Nobody plays the hits like this, brother.
You already know.
Into the Midday Lounge with the Midday Love.
Oh, yeah.
Jackie Tramel and the Midday Crew, Crystal and K. Rose.
Yep, that's my crew.
And oh yeah, welcome back to the Midday Lounge. This is Global RnB 96.3. You already know what time it is. Listen, I got you trapped in with me for the next 2 hours. I got my co-host in the building. Lady Nate D, go ahead and talk to him, baby.
Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? Hope y'all having a better day than look. Don't be coming for me.
You know how I like to come now. You understand what I'm saying to you? But anyway, shout out to Lady Nate D. How you feeling on this Wednesday afternoon?
I mean, it could be better,
okay,
but I'm
got
alive,
it. Listen,
so.
ladies and gentlemen, y'all don't understand. You're looking at us on the airwaves. You're looking at us with the cameras. We got special guests in the building. I got the beautiful, chocolate, delectable Drea in the building. Go ahead, give it up for her.
Hey y'all.
How you doing, Drea?
I'm doing amazing.
Hey, so first of all, I want to thank you for coming down to the Midday Lounge and kicking it with us today.
Of course.
Come look. You know I like to have adult conversations.
I'm ready.
We're gonna kick a little bit, okay?
I'm ready.
All right. So listen. As always, I got adult conversation. I came across this clip. Well, actually, a lady named D came across the clip, and it's talking about making paternity tests mandatory. Okay. Now, I got a lot I want to say about this, but my girl, Melody King, she was talking about it first, and she was giving a little brief background. So I want to play it for the people, then we're going to bring it back. So hold up for a second.
DNA testing centers. One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%. 40%. He said 40%.
Somebody cool, Maury.
It's usually
make DNA testing
it's
mandatory.
It's two scenarios. It's where the woman, the person's getting a DNA test because the woman claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on the deathbed and makes a confession, or they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion, and the blood type. There's no way that can actually be the father. So then they find out because of medical reasons. You mean that's not my father? Then the father finds out from that way. He said it took such a toll on him that he could no longer do it because he would be sitting on the phone counseling the men and the grown children who these women falsely accuse. We see it on Moore, we see it on paternity court, but
Whew, Jesus. Now listen. Matter of fact, I let it Nate D. I'm gonna let you start off your question and answer section off, and I'm just gonna come in. We're gonna let Drea talk first. Matter of fact, Drea, you want to tell the people about yourself real quick?
Okay, so my name is Andrea, also known as Drea. I'm a mom of 3. I'm originally from the Caribbean island of Antigua, 365 beaches. I am active duty in the military, and I am a travel agent. That's my business, right? So whenever you're looking for anything travel, any type of cruise, vacation home, whatever it is, hit me up. You can hit me up, DreaTravelArmy@gmail.com.
Shout out to the girl Drea, man. Shout out to my girl Drea. Listen. I'm letting y'all know right now, she fine as all hell too, man. So if y'all looking online, she fine as all hell. So go ahead. Don't shoot your shot to highlight her. Shoot the shot to put some money inside the pockets. You feel me?
Okay.
That's all. That's all I'm going to say. So Lady Day D, go ahead and start it off with the questions, baby.
All right, so do y'all believe that DNA testing should be mandatory? Why
ahead,
or why
Drea.
not?
I think it should be mandatory. It should be mandatory because, as the clip says, a lot of men are walking around taking care of kids that are not theirs. They're not theirs. And then the moms, they know, but they not saying nothing. Okay? So definitely it should. It should be.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't expecting that to come out your lips.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Yeah.
But before I come in, what you got, D?
No, I agree with everything she said. I do believe that it should be mandatory. Just straight, period. Even my kid's father, I offered my youngest daughter her father if he wanted to get one. He didn't really need one, but if he wanted one, he could have got one because he had that experience.
So I definitely think I don't have an issue with it. I don't see an issue with it at all. I know some people may see an issue with it. I actually think it should be mandatory. I was thinking about back inside the 50s and 60s. I think as early as the early 90s, they used to do the blood test. They used to test your blood to make sure that you wasn't brothers and sisters or cousins, nothing like that. So before you got married, you had to actually have your blood drawn. So I was thinking, like, if you was to do it like that, as soon as you know you have the baby, they swab everybody and have a mandatory mandatory paternity test. I wouldn't see an issue with that. I can see how some mothers out there might have an issue with that. Maybe on the side flip, because it might not fit the narrative they want to go with. But I can see I call them child support chasers. Child support chasers. I can see how that might be an issue with it. Now, I'm gonna put it out there. So what do y'all think about it if y'all was married? If y'all was married for 15 years, you got pregnant, or your wife got pregnant? I know y'all women, but put it out there to the people. So y'all wanna put your opinion in and hit the hotline 804-476-2306. But if you was married already and you got pregnant, or the people out there, I got my woman pregnant, and I came up here and said, hey, I want a paternity test. Does that change the narrative of everything? Matter of fact, D, you go ahead and take that one first, baby.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that changes the narrative, because a lot of these situations happen within married relationships. I literally just watched a documentary. It's called Little White Lie, and this girl. She grew up with 2 Sicilian parents, and they always told her she was darker than everybody else because of his grandparents. And come to find out, her mom was having an affair with this black man. So her whole life, up until she went to college, she believed she was an Italian, or like a white Italian woman.
So she got a little bit of that Negro stuff up in here, huh?
Yeah, and her mom literally said, like, if your dad wasn't a black man, this would have never came out.
Man, but the mama liked what she liked. She liked some of that. Let me shut up. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dre.
Oh man. Okay, so for me, whether it's married or single, I still stand by what I said, because yes, it'll change. It'll kind of change the dynamic of the marriage to an extent, I believe. Because then y'all have been married for like 15 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
Look, here I am. You coming to ask me for a paternity test. I'm going to look at you like you crazy.
So that's disrespectful if I ask you, or is your man ask you like, hey, I want a paternity test?
I'm going to play devil. Yes. Yes. It's going to be looking at a little bit disrespectful. So yeah, it will change the dynamic of the marriage a little bit, but you got to understand where the man is coming from, right?
Yeah.
He may have, like a second opinion. You want that.
I think the thing about it is I don't see why. Okay, say I believe in what's the word, reciprocity, right? If I sometimes need some reciprocity, sometimes I need some reassurance. If I say, for example, I say, hey, you beautiful. Mm-hmm. I might want to hear like, hey man, them arms looking good, right? So maybe sometime every once in a while inside the marriage, I need a little reassurance. Like, I know my girl, hey, she holding it down for me. Hey, give me a little reassurance. Like, hey, yeah, this thing is yours. All right. I'm willing to go to the line. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna swab it up. Whatever you want me to do. They say like, hey, I'm reassuring you that this is yours. I'm yours. This is your baby. But at the end of the day, if it's automatic, if it's a mandatory testing, it should be cool. Now, if I came up and asked to say like, I just want you to swab our baby, I can see how that might be disrespectful. Yes. I can see how.
Delivery matters.
But at the same time, I do need her to understand, like, hey, look, baby, I love you, but hey, what's on my mind go crazy? You find it's all hell, and I know you can have any person you want. I'm putting some stuff on top of that just to make it sound good. All right. But I need her to understand that part too, right? But you know what? We gonna hit the hotline. We're gonna be back in a second. 804-476-2306. You got a song dedication you want to put in, make sure you hit us up. We'll be back in a second. Global RnB 96.3.
Hey, this is your girl Brittany calling out of Atlanta, and while I'm at work, I'll be rocking out with my boy, the midday lover, Jackie Tramel, right here with my number one source for R&B music, Global RnB.
I appreciate you keeping it locked, Brittany, with the best R&B on the planet, your number one source, the real deal in digital radio, Global RnB 96.3. Before that break, we was talking about mandatory paternity tests. And I know what you're going to say. Damn. I know that's what I said too. Damn. I can't believe we talk about that. Y'all coming at me with it, right? Hey. So I got to ask the question. I think I'm going to ask Drea, because Drea is the new booty inside the studio today, right?
Hey.
It's juicy. Anyway, I'm just, but say, all right, Dre. So, do you think, or what are some of the ramifications of hiding paternity from both parents and the child? What do you think? What do you think could be an issue with that?
Okay, so for me, with the ramifications, right? I feel like for the woman, if she has known for all these years, and that man is paying child support that entire time,
Talk to me.
Whenever they find out He could be 20 plus years. Whenever they find out that that's not his child, that woman should pay that man back every dollar that he done paid. Every dollar.
Hold on. Let's go ahead and drop one of K. Rose's bombs for Drea. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I can't believe this is coming out of a woman's mouth. I can't believe you letting these words come through your lips.
No,
girl.
but it's actually true, because if it was the other way around, and we ain't get child support for 18 plus years, when we get the opportunity, we gonna take out every dollar, right?
Every
So
single dime.
It should be the same way right around. It should be the same way.
I feel like this is just music. I was ready to go to war with you ladies. I'm not even gonna lie. Because
Why? Look,
Yes,
women need to hold
every
women
time.
I
accountable.
like what
period.
this is.
Just like we want y'all to hold men accountable,
Yes.
we
I
need
like
to
where
hold
we're going
women
here.
accountable.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't really see a whole lot of women holding women accountable, especially these modern day women. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna keep it going right now. But I like it. What you got? D, talk to me, baby.
Like she said, it's a financial ramification, but you also have, mandatory blood tests to get married is not a thing anymore in a lot of states. So you do risk siblings getting married to each other
Alabama.
and never knowing. And then there's health issues. If your parent might have a genetic health issue that you could not know about, and then you
That's
can
true.
inherit it, and you might not know how to deal with it. So it's that too. So there's a lot of
Right.
ramifications. And then I think it's important to know where you come from.
And this, I might be going over the top, because I know, I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I've always paid my child support. I was in the military. I'm not actively in the military anymore, but I was, quote unquote. And I remember I was driving down the boulevard in Fort Carson one day, and I got stopped. And when I got stopped, they told me to get out the car. They towed my car, and they arrested me, right? And I'm like, what the hell going on? Like, everything's up to date. My registration is good. You know, I had a valid license. Right, you know what I'm saying? I got insurance. And they said, you got to take it up with the state of Georgia. So they arrested me. And so what ended up happening was, it was a point in time where I couldn't pay all my child support on time, because at the time period is a time frame when the government was shut down for a hot little second. So I wasn't getting paid my full pay. Instead of getting like $1,000, just for example, I was getting paid $500. And I explained that to my ex-wife. I said, look, and I was like, just, it's on the news. We're only getting paid so and such because the government shut down. And I said, as soon as I get my pay, I'm gonna send it right back to you. And I promise you, on everything I did, I sent it back to her. But somehow they suspended my license, and I got arrested. All right. So I'm just giving examples of stuff that happened to men when stuff like this go down. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, if that child ain't mine, I feel like it should be I ain't gonna say jail. I don't care about feelings. I believe it should be a jailable offense. Especially if you knew that you was playing the game for all these 18 years, 20 years. Like right now, my daughter about to graduate high school, and I still got to pay child support while she's in college, right? For the state of Georgia. So if this child, you telling me this child ain't mine, and I still got, I'm paying child support, and you knew about it, Now I can't prove it.
Think about it though.
Go ahead and talk to me.
Way back in the days.
Bring it to me.
Okay. Our mama
Mm-hmm.
and our daddy
Uh-huh.
had kids,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they ain't had no paternity test.
You're right.
And they were taking care of them kids. So you trying to say our mama and our papa need to get jail for that?
Hey, hold on. Let me get this to you. Hey, throw them in jail, okay? throw them in jail. And I'm just playing. I understand, like, if you step up to the plate, you want to do it, but at least give me the option and let me know that, hey, this isn't your child.
But a lot of those, what she's talking about, like your mama and your papa,
Okay.
a lot of those are family secrets. Like, do you know how many family secrets have come out? Like, I'm grown and I'm just
but that's the
really?
issue.
Word.
Family secrets. Hold these mother duck pluckers accountable. Okay. Now I'm telling you, I showed some of the stuff is fake. I look at Maury. I look at Judge. What's her name? Toller. Paternity court stuff. If I found out today that those two children that I love with all my heart, I love my babies. I'm not always there with them, but I love. If you can't tell me that I don't love my kids and stuff I do for them, if I found out today that they wasn't mine, my God, I don't know what I'd do. I might. I might kill somebody.
Luckily for you, I don't
My
think you
kids
have
look
that
like me,
problem.
so you could. Both my
Yeah,
kids look
both
like
of
me.
them. Like,
Yeah.
you spit them kids
no cap,
out.
no
What you
cap.
mean?
They do look like me. Okay, but, if
She is
but I don't know what I would do. I would want her to be in jail so I don't kill somebody. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like I said, like my ex went through that, and like I've seen that. I've seen the effect that it has on men. That like really broke him, and that was literally probably, if I had to pinpoint when our relationship really went left, that was it. Right, that he could not handle that. Imagine paying child support for a kid for 10 years, fighting to keep the kid in state, doing all that just for her to know, like, oh yeah, by the way, you're not his father.
Fully invested in everything.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's hard. It is hard.
Like, you know how hard it is to
That
see a
would be
grown
me.
man cry.
I'll be crying while I choke that chick.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. Go ahead, keep it flowing, D. Keep it flowing, baby.
All right, so why, in your opinion, do you believe situations like these are commonplace? And you already answered this question, but should women who mislead men into thinking they are the parent face charges?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Jesus. You can't send everybody to jail.
But as far as a comment, why is it? You asked me why is it common? Why does it happen so much or something?
Yeah. Why is it commonplace? 40%, because that's half.
Because, and let's just be honest, and I say it all the time. I choose who I want to sleep with, right? Mm-hmm. Women have the opportunity to say that they want to keep this child or they don't want to keep this child. Women have the opportunity to say that this is the person I want to have a baby with, I don't want to have a baby with. Mm-hmm. So they might want that baby. They just probably don't want it from this particular Negro or I don't want a person, because I'm not just talking about black people. So they might put it on that person that actually got some, that's going to stay, and somebody that's going to pay some bills. Because everybody, like, for example, Dre, you a hardworking woman. You're a hardworking woman, D. Y'all handle y'all business. Well, there's a lot of scallywags out there that ain't like that.
True. That
ain't about their business. They want that free handout. They want that everything from the government. You owe me this, you owe me this, you owe me this. They ain't about trying to go get it for themselves. So that's why I say I can understand how y'all go get y'all stuff. But there's some women out there, though, you just got to hold accountable. They want to get that up and up or get that come up off a person.
Right.
So they run that game like that. And it's easy to do, especially when mandatory paternity tests, it's not a thing.
Well, I'm gonna come in on the back end of that. Because what if
come on,
that person that they actually got pregnant for is in a bad situation, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna want that person that's in a good situation to help them out with their kid. They want a better life for their child. So they just automatically say, You're my daddy.
Accountability, though. Hey. Be honest. Nah, but be honest. Why can't we be honest?
You're my daddy.
Give that person the opportunity, but give that person that isn't a better place, because there are people that accept other people's kids. You know what I'm saying? So give that person the opportunity to make the choice. Do I want to take this responsibility on? Not lie to me for like 18 years and then, oh yeah, by the way,
you know what?
Nah, that's not your baby. Like, give them a choice, because given the choice, a lot of men are out here are good dudes. A lot of men do want to raise kids, and they'll do that. So give them the opportunity to do that.
I appreciate you, baby.
Don't lie about
men like me. Listen, we gotta wrap this up. We're gonna be back in a second, man. Global RnB 96.3. Right after this break, we still got news as well as the game of the day. Let's get deep. Global RnB.